Welcome back everyone to another mods look for Farming Simulator 22. It's been a week without mods for consoles. Mods are back. Apparently the patch we just got was to help fix the problem with the mod hub on consoles. Also the problem was on Xbox and PlayStation, but I think they just stopped it for all consoles just to make sure that the problem was fixed. And they have now dropped a massive load of mods on us, so I'll stop talking about that and get straight into showing off the mods. I'll start with the sheds and stuff like that you get from the construction menu, and then I'll move on to the vehicles, tools and stuff, and then after that I'll finish with the size of the megabyte download for each mod as well, and who it was made by. So a bit of a different format for my mod reviews this time, but just because there's so many and I've got to get through them as quick as I can for you, so hopefully I do them justice, I show them off right, and you get the information out of it that you need. And now that I've said that, we'll get right into it. And the first one we're looking at here is the just some safety markers. They will take one slot each on console, but you get a safety marker peg. Once this is placed, you can't move it, and it's just a pole with 3 white stripes. That's basically it. Next one is a witch's hat that you can actually pick up and manipulate and turn and place wherever you need to, and it's the same, one slot. All of these are actually one slot console. It's just a witch's hat. You've got a safety barrier. The hand comes up to pick these ones up, but you can't actually move them. It says the object is too heavy, but that's the safety barrier. And these are safety barriers as well, just different styles. So you've got the single plank, red and white on legs. Then you got the longer single plank on 3 legs, so that one just longer. And then you've got the short double planked sign. But yeah, that's just them pretty much, guys. They come as they are. They are the safety signs. You'll find these in your menu under construction, under decorations, under others, and there they all are there. $20 for the pole, $30 for the witch's hat, 10 for the barrier, 40 for the single rail, 50 for the long single rail, and 60 for the double rail. And they are one slot each, like I mentioned before. Moving on, we have these guys. We have the Christmas snowman that also comes with this Merry Christmas tree and the sign. I'm pretty sure they light up because I found them in constructions, under decorations, under lights. They're down here at the end. It's $1,000 for the Merry Christmas tree. It will pay you out $264 a month when you place this on your farm for some reason. And same with the snowman, pay you out that much. They're $1,000 each, and they take one slot each on console, I'm pretty sure. Where is it? Sorry, the Christmas tree takes one slot. The first snowman will take 2 slots, and then it's 1 slot for every snowman after that. But yeah, that's them. The tree illuminates at night. I'm not sure if the snowman does. If he doesn't, don't understand why he's under lights. But alright, moving on from those 2 decorations, guys, is we have this little fella. Just a simple shelter shed. He will take 3 slots on console. Just a little double wooden shed, nicely detailed. Nice looking timber slats on the walls. Corrugated roofing. The top, nice framework, concrete floor. You can store seeds or bales or pallets or small vehicles in here if you wish, but it's in your menu in construction, under buildings, under sheds, all the way at the end there for $6,000. And then, like I said, it's 3 slots initially, and then everyone after that is 1 slot. But that is the lizard shelter. Moving on from there, we have these. This comes in a pack, but this is basically a bunker silo for making your silage. You put your chaff or your grass, whatever, inside these tires, and then you compact it in here, cover it, turns it into silage just like any normal bunker silo. So to find these guys, they're in your menu under construction, under buildings, under silos. At the end, there's 3 different sizes, so that's the large one. But then you got the small one for $4,200, and you got the medium one for $6,400, and then you got the large one for $9,200. And each of these bunker silos will take 1 slot each for your initial one, and then they just take 1 slot after that. Okay, after that we have the Meridian milk tank. It's in the menu under constructions, under buildings, under container. It is right there. It will cost you $46,500, and it holds 600,000 litres of milk. So it's basically a tank where you can store your milk, pretty much. Not a bad looking tank. The initial one will cost you 1 slot on console, and that is the Meridian milk tank. Pretty straightforward. Next up are these guys. These are fuel tanks. So you walk up to it, press circle, opens up. There's your fuel bowser in there, so you can fill up your vehicles once you put diesel in these. You can come around here and again make it so you're getting diesel delivered to your farm. You can order as much or as little as you want. And that one is the Catrol diesel tank. So that one looks like a cat. The next one is basically works and operates the same, only it's the pig troll, but still got Catrol written on it, but it looks like a pig, as you can see. Same thing, walk up to its nose, press circle, opens up, park your vehicle, fill it up. Not a problem. Fill that one. By the look of it, you can actually fill up by yourself with a tanker. This one you can actually pay to have it filled. So there's another slight difference between the cat and the pig. The cat to fill, you pay to fill it up. The pig you fill up yourself. So these guys are under your menu, into construction. Again, under buildings, under containers. They're just there at the end. They will cost you 3 slots each for your initial one. The cat comes in 2 different colors, so there's the white that I have and then the black. They're $5,000 each, no matter which one you get. So there's 2 cat ones and then 3 pig ones. The pig is white, red or black. They all hold 3,000 litres of fuel. Next up is the diesel buying station, which is just basically a diesel bowser. It takes 2 slots on console. You'll find it under constructions, under buildings, under tools. It's just there for $2,500, and you can just pull up next to it, buy your fuel straight out of the bowser. And while I'm in this same spot, which is buildings and tools, and you can see just behind the Bowser you have the placeable ramp, which is just there for 2 slots for the initial one, which is the ramp over to my left. It is what it is, it's basically a ramp. We'll have a look at that in a minute, for $1,500. And then behind that we have the US workshop, which is $55,000 to buy, and it will take 6 slots for your initial one on console. So this is the ramp. So basically, if you, I guess, bought the biogas plant, that's what I was thinking of, you could reverse your trailer up to here and dump it in, or if you had your own bunker silo that had a wall at the end, you could put this building in free mode, place that right up against your bunker silo, reverse your trailer up, fill your bunker silo up from the back forwards. It's handy. Or if you want to get something that's really fast and pretend you're Evel Knievel and jump stuff, if that's what you're into. But that's the ramp, guys. After that is the US workshop. So in here you have your workshop trigger, just there, nicely detailed. This is pretty much the barn from Elm Creek, only you didn't have the workshop trigger in there, I'm pretty sure. You may have, I can't remember. You park any of your vehicles here. That's usually a set of stairs. Obviously the ground hasn't rendered out, but you can walk down in there normally, like so, and make out like you're like that, like you're actually fixing your vehicles. If you want, you can come down near, check underneath your vehicle, and I don't think it's going to let me out, is it? Oh yep, there we go. Also in the back you can get down through here as well into the channels. Bit of detail under there. You can come upstairs. It's a bit of a holy floor there, but it's like a hayloft living area. Basketball, hammock. It's not a sleep trigger either. But yeah, it's pretty much the shed out of Elm Creek. Oh yes, it's sunk into the ground there. Isn't it? Okay, that probably depends on the map you're on. But that's it there, guys. Moving on from there, we have factories. So we have a lime factory, a multi-production factory, a lime production rock crushing facility, and a TMR factory. First one here is the lime factory. It'll take 16 slots on console for your first one. So you come around here, pretty sure you put your rocks in there. So yep, you put your rocks in to here. So for every 12 rocks, 12 litres of rocks, it'll make 9 litres of lime, so you're losing a little bit there, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's one way to make your own lime, I guess. If you're picking the rocks for free off your field, it's kind of free lime as well, I guess, technically, but it's not, because you have production costs of $60 a month. So scratch what I said before about free lime. But yeah, that's one way of making your own lime if you wish. And that's the limestone factory, nicely detailed. A few other bits of machinery laying around. Next after him we have this guy, which is the multi-production factory, which is the 14 slot one. So you put your products in there. Here's a table of what you can input. So if you input stone and water, it outputs lime. If you input manure, liquid manure or digestate, it outputs fertilizer. If you put in fertilizer, water and barley, it will output seeds. and if you put in hay, potatoes, silage and canola, it will punch out your mineral feed for your TMR mix. So that's interesting, something different. That's where you get your product out from. That's where you put it in. It's got your recipes on the wall, which is handy. And yeah, that's also not a bad facility. So if you want to go ahead and put one of them on and make your own seeds or fertilizer, lime or mineral feed, you can go ahead and do that. Don't know if you have to turn this on. I think it's just in your production menu. And you select which one you want to make. Up next is the lime production by Crushing Rocks. It's this big guy, which is in the base game around every map that I've seen, or every base game map so far, is the Rock Crushers. The only difference is this one is because it's modded, you can put your rocks in here or up the top there, however you want to do it. If you want to load it with a front loader, you can do that, or just tip it there with a trailer. Come around here, turn it on, so for every 1,000 rocks you put in, you get 4,000 lime out. So that's a bit of a better deal, I think, and only $120 a month for production costs. So yeah, that's really cheap lime, really cheap. So you'll put one of them on your farm and make your own lime for your farm, really cheap. That's not a bad option. That is the lime production with the Rock Crusher. Up next after that is the TMR factory. So this is where you can make your total mix ration for your cows. So ingredients goes in here into the plate. I didn't landscape before, I just whacked them down, so that's why the grass is all through here. Like most buildings, it's recommended to level the ground where you're going to place them. But yeah, you put your product in here, get your product out there, and it doesn't say so. Sorry, productions is there. So for TMR you need 1,000 litres of silage plus 500 litres of hay plus 1,000 litres of your mineral feed plus 500 straw equals 1,000 TMR. So if you work that out, you're putting in 3,000 litres of ingredients and only getting 1,000 litres of product. So technically you're losing 2,000 litres of product or ingredients. So I mean, you can do it that way, I guess, but yeah, it's going to cost you more in ingredients to get your TMR when you could just buy a food mixing wagon and make it out of bales and stuff like that, and you'll get out what you put in basically. But yeah, it's just another option. Again, nicely detailed factory. But yeah, that's the TMR factory. Up next is the new beehive. This will take 2 slots on console and it holds 33 beehives inside the little bee house. It has a 150 meter range. So this can be placed up to 150 meters away from the pallet spawning place, and it will still spawn honey at that place. You will find this under construction, under animals, under bees obviously, and it's right there at the end for $20,000. And it is a bee house with 33 Langstroth hives in it, so that's 33 of those little guys. in that one house, so that should get your honey producing really good. But yeah, that's basically it. It's the bee house. After that we have our new little dog house. Fill the bowl for Edwin, so you press L3, gives him food. Edwin should return usually for food, but he's gone for a walk way off there on it. Here he comes. He's running back. He also has a ball just like in FS19, so you could probably pick that up and play fetch with him. He's going to have a... Yeah, so it's L3 Glenn to give him a pat. But yeah, he's just in a brick house. That's pretty cool. He actually has a name. Same controls. You can walk up to the dog. You can tell him to come. You can pet him. Tell him. So if you tell him to come, he should follow you. Yep, there he goes. And you can tell him to go home again. See if he plays fetch any better. So then throw the object. He'll go and grab the ball usually. There he goes, and you'll bring it back. Good boy. Yes, go home, bud. That is the brick dog house. Same place as the bees in your menu, under construction, under animals, but he's under others. And there's your two dog houses. So it's 2,500 for the original dog house, or it's only 800 bucks for the brick one. Pretty cheap. Usually brick's dearer than timber, but that's okay. Nice solid dog house. It's not going to blow away in a storm. And that brings us to this round of mods, which is all the construction side mods.